Of winner semis. The winner of this fights Wrath in the finals. We have DDee Omega.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Had a brain fart. Anyways, I think this is like, I think this is just like a matchup that, you know, we kind of saw Omega being challenged by a little bit when he was playing against Teaser Fan, and I think it's just like the character. I think the character is just like the first thing that is on everyone's minds. DDee is a solid player. We've seen him do really well. Ooh.
DDee constantly going for those down smashes and really catching a lot of people on the two frames with them. That was tough.
Yeah, it's got heat.
Yeah, especially, I wasn't paying attention, but I'm pretty sure that Omega had Arsene out there, so obviously it's a little bit easier to two-frame than if you were to recover with grappling hook. However, Omega, again, hard-pressed to take the stock back. You got to make something happen, and you don't want to have to wait for Arsene, but it looks like you already did.
I feel like DDee doesn't usually down air that high on stage, which is, I feel like him just kind of feeling really comfortable in this matchup.
That's the other issue. Every Steve plays differently, so it doesn't matter if you've run an entire bracket of Steves. All that gives you is a little bit of frame data knowledge, a little bit of option knowledge, but it doesn't help you at all with what the player is going to choose. And with how many options Steve in general has, I mean, you're basically going to have to download a whole Excel sheet just to figure out what your option is versus anything that Steve is going to do.
Yeah. Omega's going to get the grab here, and we'll see if he's able to confirm something off stage. But god damn, that... Ooh, he's gonna hit him out of the minecart actually, but like 128%. It's looking really kind of challenging for Joker here. Damn, and we got a diamond coming out for Steve here. Mega just needs to really space this out really well, be like really cognizant of like how DDee approaches with those minecarts, how comfortable he feels with those down airs, and just not like risking the stock to get percentage. Doing a really solid job.
Look at that. Just fadeaway back air is going to put Omega off stage. TNT's a good ledge trap. The throw is going to... Oh, it does not seal the stock just yet, and Arsene is out. That's not exactly what you want on the edge, but it is what you want on stage. And so this is probably your best chances as Omega. I was going to say your best chance to trade a stock back before you lose your own, but the up throw... You're at too high percentage. That's, of course, going to take it. Oh, great Rebel's Guard.
That counter felt so crucial.
Yeah, that Rebel's Guard was crucial. Otherwise, you were getting spiked. You probably still could have recovered, especially Omega, who's probably holding his jump. You got to trade the stock back, man. I mean, you've got less than half of Arsene left. If you can't take it right now, and DDee's really just going to hold off. Yeah, Plank, of course. Hold off stage. There's no reason to get on stage until Arsene is gone. You've almost waited it entirely out. And, of course, Omega's going to fish for a back air, but it's not going to be enough. 134%, even regular Joker back air at edge might take the stock here, but I mean, DDee's reset it. I mean, he's already reset the situation, but great drag down up air into what was that down smash to take that one.
That's kind of the thing that I feel is like the Omega special, just getting kind of that drag down on platform and being able to confirm at high percentages. But it's 68% against Steve, who's feeling pretty comfortable to camp, throw out a minecart or two, and not really pressured to really approach Joker at this point.
No, but DDee's going to hold strong. No reason to reset neutral if you can hold the advantage, but wow, what a quick turnaround from Omega, and that's a lot of percentage, especially with that Aegon ticking. 78% on Steve is probably kill percentage after a little bit more if you're playing Joker with Arsene, but Arsene's almost gone. Didn't quite get the two frame. That would have definitely taken the stock. Oh, but the jump back air, reading the minecart, that was fantastic. But unfortunately, again, wasn't enough percentage. You needed a little bit more change to make that one happen.
Yeah, DDee needed to either be like further off stage or just, you know, needed a bit more percentage. And, but we're going to go ahead and
last hit situation for either one of them, but that was a great drag down into up smash, knowing that that was going to be the fastest option. Getting the drag down all the way to stage might have spelled trouble, especially if DDee had time for a directional air dodge or time to shield it. And so that's, I mean, really solid. Great turnaround for that entire game. Omega taking it.
Yeah, that was a very awesome sauce, honestly.
That was awesome sauce
very
indeed.
Thrax. We're bringing it back to 2011 right now. That's how this game feels.
Yeah, I don't trust the crowd with the whiteboard for the polls anymore, so I'm just going to do a live poll, and I think I'm just going to poll one person. Hey, who do you think is going to win this one? Yeah. Because I have to do polls over here now because I don't trust people with my whiteboard.
See, like, both players are awesome.
Both players are awesome.
Both players are
Brian
awesome.
Omega, Spike Campbell. There's a difference. There's Omega right there. He might be the best player in the world. He might win Smash Bros.
Wow.
Real.
Okay. You heard it right here first. The entire crowd right now thinks that Omega's going to take this set, and he's up a game.
What the frick, Squirtle? Honestly, we're seeing the famed DDee PT here. I feel like DDee just feels as though Omega is too comfortable playing against his Steve, so he's going for the PT, which also really solid. I think he's probably going for it just because he's hoping that the inexperience will give him an advantage.
I don't think this is a particularly favorable matchup for PT. I mean, Squirtle can obviously cause some problems for Joker.
Yeah.
And off stage, Ivysaur can really do some harm to you. But overall, I think Steve is probably better for the matchup. It's possible that DDee just wants to give Omega, like you said, a taste of something that he hasn't had yet today, because that's going to be a little bit harder for Omega to deal with. And that's a great edge guard, and that's going to take it too low for grappling hook.
Yeah. I just feel like, I think it's going to be the Squirtle and the Ivysaur that he's going to rely on the most. Charizard just feels way too telegraphed against Omega's Joker to be too effective. I'm not too familiar with DDee's PT. I know it is a huge threat though.
Yeah, DDee's PT, I mean, that's what he played before Steve was around, and he was a PT god. So DDee right now has in his arsenal a great Steve, a great PT, and a fairly good Game & Watch. So he could mix it up all the way through to Grands, depending on how this set goes, especially, because this, I think, is going to be the biggest roadblock for DDee going into Grands.
We're going to go ahead and see if Omega can confirm something off stage here. He's probably he's looking for those back airs. Ooh, but he's going to go ahead and grab that.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Arsene is gone, and so you're back at this just normal, regular Joker versus Squirtle. Squirtle's at 0%, but you're a little bit too high percentage to get some guaranteed combos on Squirtle. So I think it's possible that DDee looks for a kill confirm here, but I think the second that DDee takes a little bit more damage, he switches off to Ivysaur because he's got to get the stock before he takes too much percentage himself, and there's a swap.
There we go. Now, 100% looking very doable for DDee right now, but he's just Omega kind of just playing a little bit more slow. Here.
Too slow for Ivysaur, for sure. Too slow that you don't want to play like that against Ivysaur. Now, the switch to Charizard is interesting. I think probably just fishing for some more quick kill confirms like that one, just throwing out a raw fair is going to be a good choice, and it's going to give you a quick switch back to Squirtle, which is exactly what you want when your opponent is at 0 and you haven't taken much damage.
Omega playing a little bit more conservatively here. He's really kind of afraid of the strings that Squirtle's able to get out. He's going to go for the up air.
Damage.
Ooh.
I see the swap.
Yep. Is he going to be able to get anything off here?
Swap to Charizard, yeah. Just try to get some good guaranteed damage on Charizard. It also buys you a lot of time that you're not going to get, gimped off stage. But swapping back to the Squirtle, now I'm really confused. DDee's kind of just running the gamut around here, and I'm not sure if the swap was a defensive choice before and he just wants to get back to Ivysaur or what it was, but getting back to stage as Ivysaur is going to prove a little bit difficult.
Whoa, weird Goomba Stomp there.
Yeah, footstool gun I don't think works.
Yeah. And Omega just kind of looking for... He's not going for these center stage grappling hooks, I've noticed, which is something that I saw him go for a lot in the past.
Especially with Arsene out right now, he's just looking for some, again, raw kill confirms. Now, he did rack up a good amount of damage there. I don't think he needed to do that. I think he might have even wasted a little bit too much Arsene there. But I think that DDee was predicting what Omega was going to do, just fishing for those raw kill confirms on stage, and decided to dance around a little bit more. Omega went for the reverse read, and yes, got a lot of damage off of it, but not getting the kill until just now. That's tough. 93%. You're basically praying for another Arsene.
Yeah. And we basically have to see... Ooh. Squirtle's feeling really comfortable here, putting the pressure on Omega. This is not where you really want to be as Joker right now.
No, I think DDee needs to switch here. Arsene's about to be out, and you wanted to try to get a little bit more of something advantageous. There we go. Yeah, and switching to Ivysaur while you have advantage is a good choice. Switching to Charizard, that one's got me a little bit question marking. I'm not sure. You don't want that bigger hurt box. I think that you stay on Ivysaur or you stay on Squirtle when Arsene's out. Oh, wow. Omega just dancing. Oh, shit. Whoa. That was high.
God damn.
Drag down, drag off the platform. I mean, Omega.
That was
He's just
sick.
styling on them, trying to stifle a smile as he goes through the next stage bands.
That was so fucking sick. What the hell?
Clip it. Somebody clip
God
it.
damn. I'm so
Hot
glad.
clip.
I'm so glad I told an org to sign him.
You told Premier?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty good friends with Atlanta Premier.
Oh, nice. Chase?
Yeah.
My boy.
Chase is awesome. Chase is so fucking
He's fantastic.
awesome.
I love Chase.
One of the most realist people, like on the fucking in fucking
of
Atlanta.
all of Georgia esports for the most part.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna go. He's gonna go ahead and stick with the PT.
I think it's a good choice. I mean, you clearly were looking a lot stronger. It was just some bad choices, I think, in which Pokemon you had out and how you chose to play the matchup. In my opinion, I think there was a better way that DDee could have played it, and I think that in DDee's opinion, that's probably also true.
I think the willingness to go to Charizard to try to fish something in terms of like a kill confirm, I don't think it worked. I just don't think it was. I don't think it was like a good idea. It just allowed Omega to just feel really comfortable in terms of like being creative with his hit strings.
Yeah, it just put you in a bad position, and then switching back to Squirtle is obviously going to be worse, especially at that like 70% mark. Oh, double dipping for the scoop.
That was really nice, actually.
Took his ass to the ice cream shop. That's stock down on Omega, but this is where we started, I think, game 2 as well. So that means ultimately nothing until DDee shows some sort of adaptation. 54% is great. That's what you want. You want to get some good guaranteed damage on Squirtle. You can even wait until about 70%. Oh, but yeah, that's the issue. If you wait until Omega on Joker gets too high percentage, you're going to get your stock taken back. You wait for Arsene, you're done for. Even if you don't wait for Arsene, there's some kill confirms, especially if you're playing that lightweight Squirtle, that you could have avoided if you just switched to Ivysaur. So that was, again, tough decision, and I think DDee's beating himself up a little bit on that one.
Yeah, I think he was just feeling really comfortable after hitting that hit string. And, that was
Makes sense.
whenever you hit that, you just kind of feel like God. And then that's when you get caught out.
Oh my God, just raw down air going for the spike there. DDee looking strong here. What's very interesting is that Omega's finding some like really solid normal confirms on stage, or Omega is, and DDee's just going for some raw off-stage stuff that's just confirming kills constantly. That's a good choice. That's a great choice, but good tech. And Arsene came out just in the nick of time. Not that it helped you recover, but it's sure as hell going to help you with closing out this next stock. Oh, there it is, the drag down.
Yeah, DDee looking kind of like a pilot off stage, just really going for these, honestly, like these really creative, like off stage confirmations. I think it's so much fun to watch. Like, I'm really glad that he went for the PT over the Steve. It's just such a, it's a funner game to watch, sadly.
I also personally agree with that. That's going to be tough. I don't think you're too low for grappling hook. Yeah.
It's going to go to DDee there.
Good stuff for DDee. That's a good adaptation right there. I mean, I think that there were just some raw down airs that weren't really adaptations, but rather just hard option reads while Omega was off stage that really secured that game for him. And so if Omega just doesn't make some of those offstage mistakes, I think, DDee didn't really show too much crazy adaptation.
Yeah, game 4.
So game 4 could very well go back to Omega. I think it's really just going to depend on, can Omega avoid some of those silly offstage choices that got him edge-guarded to hell? And, I mean, DDee did mix it up a little bit, right, with the neutral air versus the down air on Ivysaur. I think it just depends on if Arsene is out or not. But it's really just going to be a matter of, can Omega fix that offstage gameplay? And then can DDee put in some true adaptations?
The hit string's going to come out again. He's DDee deciding to not go for the up B. I think he recognizes just like he's got to kind of maintain some form of control over center stage. He just wants he wants to push Omega off center stage because Omega has been getting most of his kills either off platform or off of something like that after an interaction with like a down air into something else.
These are both, I think, top 3 PR players in Georgia right now. So this is a treat of a matchup, especially in winners semi. No, wait, winners semis. It's crazy.
We get to see. We get to kind of see. We get really spoiled here in Georgia. I'm gonna say
that's true.
DDee feeling really comfortable to let the Charizard out. I would think after that after that game 2, he wouldn't want to be too reliant on it. But seems like he's got a plan. He's going to go for the Ivysaur. Ooh.
Went low, but understood that the choice probably wasn't a good one, especially with as many defensive intangible options as DDee has off stage that can stall his air momentum as well. You don't want to throw something out that low, especially when Ivysaur is out. You're just going to get reversed.
We got Charizard back out, and Joker. Ooh.
Not on the platform, so no kill today.
Now, what does Omega look for here? Because like 112% versus Charizard. Oh, and he's going to switch back to Squirtle. So.
Yeah. To answer your question there, I think he looked a little too hard, and DDee caught him looking. So took out the stock there. That was a good closeout, because if you can get some change back on Ivysaur, by the way, great choice to stick on the Ivysaur when you're at this high percentage. You might even be worth switching to the Charizard here soon if you really want to rack up more damage without dying. Barely living, but going to that Charizard is a good choice.
Oh.
I know that DDee is least comfortable on Charizard, as most PT players are, but yeah, I mean, this is the right choice. You're at 150% where most things can kill you. You want to reduce the amount of like stray moves that can kill you when you're playing against Jokers, so look for some free damage. Yeah, just throw out dash attacks, throw out... Oh my god! Yeah, throw that out. Jesus Christ.
That was insane. Holy smokes. And he's just going to... He feels... He doesn't really have to do a whole lot here. He just going to continue playing this like keep away game until something like that happens. And now it's just a matter of who's going to get that first interaction. It looks like DDee will, but doesn't manage to confirm the hit string.
If DDee just plays good standard PT here, I mean, the uphill battle is going to be insane for Omega.
Yeah.
You've got to fight through Squirtle comboing you and getting you at too high a percentage for you to return it. So you've got to fish for damage here against like one of the smallest hurt boxes in the game. Good fucking luck. And then once that happens, you've got to deal with Ivysaur's like neutral and advantage, which is annoying to deal with like right now. And once you fight through all of that, you'll have to do it twice because you're still a stock down. So getting stage advantage off of that footstool is great, but the roll back to center means that DDee's got it back. And, I mean, your Arsene's almost gone. And you obviously can't confirm a kill at this point, so what do you look for? Just a little bit of damage? I mean, you're just playing regular Joker gameplay at this point, and regular Joker is back out. So, yeah, I mean, fight for your life. Try to get some high damage, maybe a good Gimp kill against Ivysaur once he's off stage, if you have the huevos to do that, and then hope that your Arsene can carry you through the last stock. But I mean, that requires you to get back to stage, and Omega's looking rough off stage right now.
We got the Charizard coming back out. Ooh.
Yeah, that was good. Get back to stage, up smash. I mean, it's huge. Good stuff from DDee. Evening this set up, and we're going to a game 5, which I love to see.
Yeah, and we're still not really... We're still not nearing the end of the bracket. This is like we're still out here having fun, going to the beach, enjoying retirement, collecting our 401k.
Oh, preach.
Yeah.
I wish.
Damn, Joe Biden fix that.
Joe?
Listen, I know you're a Kirby player and your life is just like worthless, but you got to do something for us.
Did you read that Obama plays Captain Falcon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Biden
That's
plays
hot.
Kirby.
That's not hot.
Yeah.
IMO,
really
that's not hot.
It's really not.
Sorry, Guapo.
I'll go ahead and see Omega. Really, God, he's really having a hard time coming back on the stage here. But we can kind of hope the up B. Did he get punished? Nope. And the guns are coming out for Omega. Oh my God! Just really juggling DDee off stage.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So DDee's just going to swap back to Squirtle the first chance he gets. Yeah. I think he went for it a little bit too aggressively there in disadvantage. I mean, you're on the ledge. That was too dangerous. So he's going to try to get back to stage, get a little bit more change, and then swap to Ivysaur. He might swap off stage because it's looking really tragic for him. Anything will kill a Squirtle at this point. An offstage back air could kill, a hard read smash. So yeah, switching to Ivysaur, good choice.
Let's see if we can get anything with his aerials. It seems like every time we've seen DDee confirm something off of an aerial, it's either been that neutral air or that up air. Yeah,
fighting back for center stage as Ivysaur when you're on the ledge is like, it's definitely a slog, but if you can get that footing, you're going to be in a solid spot, especially if you can get Omega off stage. However, Arsene coming out, that's a double-edged sword, right? You have great kill confirms. I mean, you can get some stray aerials right here to kill Ivysaur at this percentage, but if you get off stage, you are gimpable. I mean, you are just going to get down aired. Speaking of the devil, and they shall appear. DDee gets the spike, takes the stock against all odds, all just because Arsene was out. But great drag down into that smash attack is going to give the stock right back. Omega DDee 0-0. Game 5, 2 stocks left apiece.
We're back at that kind of we're really back at that like waiting stage basically. Like who's going to get that first interaction and just kind of push past 40%. Once like both players really feeling comfortable to be more aggressive after that 40. So it's just a matter of who gets there first, and it's going to be DDee. Arsene coming out, and we'll kind of see if like Omega can just manage to continue to keep the pressure while preventing that center stage presence from DDee.
It really feels like DDee downloaded the flowchart about how to play PT in this matchup for this game, because every choice has been correct, especially against Arsene versus non-Arsene. I mean, it's been fantastic. Omega's had to really fight for like some hard reads into like some really really just fishing for stuff to get the kill confirms back, whereas DDee just kind of feels like he's playing methodical. And I think methodical is what's going to take the set.
No, for sure. I think it's going to be a mixture of a mixture of patience and just kind of understanding what's really best for you at any given moment. I think DDee, just his flow, he's really in the flow state right now. I think whoever occupies that flow state is going to win it.
Ooh, Omega off stage. Had no jump, so I had to use the grappling hook to give it like a pseudo jump, but unfortunately, that's got end lag to it. DDee reads it, punishes accordingly, and what are you going to do? 120% on Ivysaur with this stock. I mean, you're not going to die off of this. Good swap. The swap only does a little bit of air stalling, and Omega said, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait until you come a little bit lower, and caught the end lag there. Fantastic stuff for Omega, and they really evened it up. It's back down to 0% for each character, or rather last stock for each character in Game 5. However, the change racking up for DDee, 41% in climbing. Omega's got to find footing back to stage, and the Arsene, if it comes out and you can get just a tiny bit more percentage on the Squirtle and hold an advantage state, you might have a really solid chance of killing off this Arsene alone.
It's looking possible. It's looking super doable for Omega here, but he's not going to be able to get into that advantage state. Oh, really?
I heard a scramble moment. Yeah, this is close. If Omega can hold the advantage, okay, they're both shielding. Big scramble opportunity. Omega's just got to get stage advantage one more time and a couple more hit confirms, but Arsene's almost gone, and then the battle's going to be a lot tougher. DDee staying on Squirtle is a really smart choice. Oh, the jab block. And that's going to take it.
Really solid stuff.
Man, these jab block confirms are really killer for this entire set. But, I mean, DDee really just playing strong, playing, like we said before, methodical, flowchart, understanding how to get that one through. And as hard as Omega fought back, DDee kind of made it look like a +1 matchup. That was crazy.